Republican Latina. Of course ICE doesn't scare me. I'm a Republican Latina. Of course they're gonna call me racist.
A top Trump advisor just called for the genocide of all Latinos and Hispanics living in the U.S.
No digan nada. Tienen derecho a quedarse callados. No digan nada. No firmen nada. I can say whatever I want.
You can say whatever you want.
I can.
But you can't disturb us.
And I can record so they can know they don't have to tell you anything.
That's okay.
Okay?
Understand. Thank you for your opinion.
Thank you. I'm a U.S. citizen to say whatever I want.
You can say whatever you
And
want.
I'm going to record everything you guys are doing. And I don't care.
Okay, could you do me a favor?
So Trump supporters are now saying that they don't want Donald Trump to just deport migrants to Alligator Alcatraz, but they want him to deport the entire Hispanic population to Alligator Alcatraz, even if they are U.S. citizens. So here is what Laura Loomer, a top MAGA influencer who often has the ears of the president, just posted on her account. Quote, "Alligator lives matter. The good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now." So guess how many Hispanics there are in the United States? That's right. 65 million. So what Laura Loomer is advocating for here is for Donald Trump to send the entire Hispanic population to be eaten alive by alligators at his internment camp.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Now Trump's team is asking him to take the whole Hispanic population in the United States to Alligator Alcatraz. This is so sad, because we all know that majority of the Hispanics in the United States voted for Donald Trump, and now he's betraying them by deporting them. But still, I have a question for you Hispanics in the United States, especially for those who voted for Donald Trump. During Trump's campaigns, he used to talk about mass deportations. Who did you think was going to be deported? Anyway, it is what it is, guys. Let's dive direct into the video. Credit goes to the original creators of the clips in this video. I'll be right back with more commentary.
A top Trump advisor just called for the genocide of all Latinos and Hispanics living in the U.S. This is Laura Loomer, a Trump ally and top advisor, and this is what she said a couple hours ago. Alligator lives matter. The good news is alligators are guaranteed 65 million meals if we get started now. She is of course referring to Alligator Alcatraz, a new concentration camp that was just built in Florida. But here's the thing, she's not saying 65 million undocumented people, she's saying 65 million people period. And lo and behold, just by coincidence, there's 65 million Latinos and Hispanics in the US. This just goes to show you that it was never about going after criminals or doing it the right way. They just don't like us. And this is for you Latinos for Trump. We all know that you desperately want to fit in. We all know that you desperately want to be accepted by them. But they don't want you. You're included in this. They're talking about ending birthright citizenship, denaturalizing people, deporting US citizens. Latinos for Trump, guys, they just don't want us, period. If these are the things that Trump advisors and the people in Trump circles say online, imagine the things they say behind closed doors. But there you have it, guys, especially Latinos for Trump. They don't want us. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Laura Loomer is advocating for here is for Donald Trump to send the entire Hispanic population to be eaten alive by alligators at his internment camp. What are we doing here, guys? And how is it possible that he increased his voter share among Latinos in the 2024 election? That will never make sense to me, and this is crazy.
Good evening on this Sunday evening. This video is for Latinos for Trump. If you're not a Latino for Trump, you can scroll on, my loves. If you want to stay, stay. So I have $1 million question, right? A lot of you guys, not all, but a lot of you guys fled your countries fleeing supposed dictatorship. Right? You fled your country. You came here to the United States of America fleeing dictatorship. But when you got here, then it was okay to vote for a felon who's a dictator and is turning the United States of America into a dictatorship. Make that fucking make sense. You guys, Latinos for Trump, should be embarrassed. Because as a first generation child of immigrants, I could never vote against my own people, and especially my parents, who made me who I am today and gave me what I have today. So you guys are absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. If I was your parents, I would have slapped the shit out of you. I would have made sure I threw that chancla and it hit you smack dab in the right here. See if it knocks some sense into you. But for everybody else, my loves, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Spread this video for awareness. You guys are disgusting. You guys are vile and inhumane. You have no heart. And you guys are worthless, useless. And I said what I said. And if you don't like it, suck it. For the rest of you guys, I love you. Have a wonderful day. Happy Sunday. Be safe out there. Spread the video. Let me know what you guys think.
This is for the Latinos for Trump and the Latinos for Trump only, okay? How does it feel that your president is trying to remove birth citizenship rights? Because you know damn well that is the whole reason you are a fucking citizen right now, an American, okay? It's the reason you were able to apply for financial aid. It's the reason you're able to get public schooling. It's the reason that you were able to fucking vote. I'm genuinely curious, like, what the thoughts are on this.
So I usually don't talk about this chat, but I'm gonna do it today because why not, you know? But I think Latinos for Trump is the dumbest shit I ever seen, man, because that guy doesn't even like us, bro. He wants to get rid of all of us. So if you voted for him and you're Latino, please, like, I don't know, reevaluate your decisions or something. But because I don't know, you're weird.
The Latinos for Trump fucking around and finding out is happening, and it's on TikTok, and it's just so joyful. A girl begging for money, donations to get her illegal grandfather back because he's sick. She voted for Trump because she liked RFKs. Girl, I'm waiting for you to come out and be like, girl, I'm just playing. At least tell me you're just trying to scheme MAGA out some money. At least tell us that. Cause you ain't no way you hopping up on this here TikTok talking about help me get my illegal grandfather back who's very sick because I voted for Trump and now they snatched up my papa. Girl, who did you think he was talking about when he said illegal immigrants? You didn't think Grandpa was one of them? He in there coughing in the back and you like, yeah, let's get them all out. Even Grandpa. Now Grandpa gone and you like, dang. Probably shouldn't have did that. Who did you think he was coming for? It ain't my black ass. It ain't nobody knocking on our door. My grandpa's still at home. He watching the game. He chilling. He a veteran. But your grandpa deported. Because you asked for him to be deported. I voted for your grandpa to be safe. I already did my part. You need to talk to your MAGA friends and be like, hey, we might need to reconsider what we was thinking about. Because now my grandpa gone and he's sick. Good luck with that one.
This is one of Donald Trump's best friends, Laura Loomer, advocating for the complete genocide of all Latinos in America. She has given him national security advice for firing the NSA chief, for example. He actually listened and he did it. And he fired many other officials because she told him to. Definitely a foreign plant, by the way. Definitely paid off by a foreign government. But here she's talking about Alligator Alcatraz, the new Republican MAGA concentration camp that they just built in Florida. Now, 65 million is not referring to immigrants, obviously. There's not 65 million immigrants. Even their lies, about 20 million, is really a high number. She's talking about 65 million, which is the entire Latino population in the United States of America. Donald Trump himself this week has advocated to bring back slavery, indentured servitude, and also he wants to deport American citizens to foreign gulags. So the MAGA movement in America is really approaching what we called it all along. This is a white nationalist, Christian nationalist, theocratic authoritarian party trying to take over America, to kill American values, American freedom, and everything this country stands for. Please drop a like, repost this so people see it, and follow my page for more.
So MAGA Republican Laura Loomer just literally called for Gen, the letter O, side. Yeah, this is what she posted on X today. She wants to feed 65 million people to alligators. There are approximately 65 million people in the Latino community in this country. Around 65 million. And Laura Loomer just straight up said to feed them all to alligators. I don't know how many reposts, how many shares this got, but MAGA is eating it up. All of a sudden, people are joking about just casually feeding people, an entire group of people, to alligators. This is where we're at right now. TikTok, I'm sharing all this for educational and informational and news purposes to document the political and the religious climate of this country. Wow. People that told me to love my neighbor when I was growing up. This is who they're supporting. These are the people that told me to love my neighbor. Ha! Yeah, right.
Did you all see that the first set of migrants that are being detained in Alligator Alcatraz have arrived? You can see them boarding this ship so that they can be taken to the location. They have life vests and they're shackled. You can see agents that are all around them. And this one taking a picture for some reason. Qué tristeza, la mera verdad. For anyone that hasn't heard, in Florida there was an abandoned airport that they are transforming into a detention center for migrants. The name comes because the surrounding area is wetland and there are alligators as well as other wildlife, so the migrants are not able to escape. Images of the inside of the facility have come out and it looks like this. Literal cages for human beings. This location is supposed to be able to house 5,000 migrants. They're having hella callouts of human rights violations. Just look at these conditions. Keep in mind that the majority of the folks that are going there are being detained without warrants, don't have a criminal record, and due process is not being followed for them. A lot of folks are even labeled facilities like this one as concentration camps, alluding to things that happened during World War II, and the similarities are all there. Qué terrible, familia. Please spread awareness so that folks know what is happening to humanity right now. And as a reminder, this is going to be on the wrong side of history, so just remember what side you're standing on.
The search is on tonight for 4 migrants who have escaped from a federal immigration detention center in New Jersey. Homeland Security official telling Fox News that escape happened last night following an apparent disturbance inside the facility. An immigration attorney tells us around 50 detainees pushed down a dormitory wall after becoming agitated when meals were delayed. Delaney Hall, by the way, is the same site where those Democratic officials clashed with federal agents in early May.
In truth, they're not people to anymore. They're the enemy within that has to be removed for the good of the state. The dehumanization has created the moral ambiguity under which the banality of evil proliferates. Your ideas are rooted in nationalism and a love for your country, and the idea that a certain group of people has created a situation that causes an alien foreign culture to propagate in your country that has to go away, because otherwise your country will fail. And because they're not people to you anymore, the treatment of them can be substandard. They can be treated like animals. They can be treated however they need to be treated to make sure that the country is saved. And you're okay with that. Because in your mind, you wouldn't make the choice that they've made, and so it would never happen to you. These are the notes that I made while reading an article about Oscar Groening, the Auschwitz guard that was tried at age 94 for being an accessory to murder. He justifies his actions by saying that they were caused by the propaganda that was spoon-fed to him since he was a child, and that his lieutenant said to him that this was just something that they had to accept, to not even think about. Just something to think about.
Welcome back. Yeah, so Trump's team is asking him to take the whole Hispanic population in the United States to Alligator Alcatraz. This is so sad, considering how majority of the Hispanics in the United States voted for Donald Trump, only to be betrayed later, only to be deported later. But to the Hispanics, especially for those who voted for Donald Trump, let me ask you, during Trump's campaign, he used to talk about mass deportation. Who did you think was going to be deported? Because I know many of you thought that Trump used to talk about black people being deported in the United States. You are saying that Trump betrayed you because of the mass deportation. You are saying that Trump made false promises to you. I don't think that those are false promises, because he used to talk about mass deportation and now he's fulfilling it. Black people warned you against all this, but you guys who voted for Trump, you Hispanics especially, who voted for Donald Trump because of racism, you still went ahead and voted for him. Now you're facing the consequences of whatever you did, because many of you thought that black people were the one to be deported. You did all this to punish the black community in the United States because of hatred. Racism is expensive. Anyway, it is what it is, guys. Let me know what are your opinions about this down in the comment section. And guys, please, if this is the kind of content you enjoy watching, kindly subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Like the videos and share so that YouTube can recommend it to a larger audience and thus helping me grow my channel. Yeah, so until the next episode, for now, goodbye.